You are listening to Musician Today, weekly podcast with Vera Bernenko. Tune in for your insight into a professional musician's life and awesome new music. Hello, warriors in music business. How y'all doing today? So today we have an amazing guest, someone that I've admired for so long. She's a mind-blowing international multi-genre performer. She has featured on the version of Israeli The Voice. She's originally classically trained. She's a concert violinist since the age of 10, with her first international tour at the age of 13. Then she has completed her master's in music, and afterwards has taken on an amazing journey that has taken her music well beyond her education. And today, she's a composer, creator, violinist, entertainer, and a singer. And on top of it all, the super mom. Her single Incandescence was raved about as the game changer in the world of Jewish music, and now she has begun the production of her full-length original album that we just can't wait to hear about. So this woman, I cannot stop admiring. Her music speaks so close to my own heart, and I cannot believe that she found the time to speak to us today. So guys, welcome, Ariella Zeitlin. Yay! How are you doing today, Ariella?
Hey. I am awesome. How are you doing, Vera?
We're doing great. I'm doing great. Our fan base are doing great.
This is so exciting.
I'm excited. I'm like jumping out of my pants to talk about everything.
Oh man, I'm not even wearing pants.
Well, that's the beauty of having a podcast. You can come just in your pajamas, right? All right. So, and congratulations on your recent welcome into the Viper family.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so excited about that too.
I'm a big fan of my Viper. I'm loving it.
I love it too.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. So I guess the first question would be, Ariella, you do so much in your day. How do you manage it? How do you manage to keep your professional life and personal life together and fit it all in one day?
Okay, first of all, I don't do everything in one day.
Yeah.
Because, it's all a process. Mm-hmm. And obviously I have times that I'm busier and I have times that I'm less busy. Right. And obviously, I've taken a foot off the burner when I've been, when I've had really little kids. Yeah. And then now I'm much more intensely working. Mm-hmm. So that's, so now I'm working towards my first album, which is insane exciting.
We're so excited.
I'll tell you, before I say anything about my own accomplishments, I mean, it's only possible because I have an amazing partner. Yes. And my husband, he takes up so much of the slack at home, and that's the only reason that I can do anything.
That's great. That's amazing. All right. Okay. So before we go on any further, guys, if you're already excited about Ariella's album, it's on Indiegogo. So the campaign is called Ariella Zeitlin First Album. I have just contributed 2 days ago because I want to see it come to life. I love the music. I love it. It's so just heartfelt. It's passionate. It's powerful. To me, it sounds something like Lindsey Sterling on steroids. If you know what I mean.
I love it. Oh man, I'm gonna use that everywhere.
Yes, go for it.
Oh, it's your music like Lindsey Sterling, and I'm like, it kind of is. It's just a little bit better.
A little bit more, yeah. Fantastic. Actually, the first video I saw of you on Instagram is a short little clip. You played Smooth Criminal, and it was very fast. It was at hyper speed. I think it was at another interview with some radio. And I heard that. I was like, wow, that sounded cleaner than David Garrett. I was like, I have to follow you. Okay. I have to learn about everything.
Oh, that's so funny. That one, on the spot. First of all, I get so hyper. I get so hyper when anybody.
Me too.
Like I'm on TV or on the radio or whatever. And they're like, play something really cool, but really, really short.
Yep.
It's got to fit into 5 seconds. So what can you do that's cool in 5 seconds?
Exactly.
So okay, I'll play this and I'll play it really, really fast.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Okay, well, why don't we hear some of your music today so that we can talk about the process? Okay, guys, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Woohoo! So, can you hear me? Yay! This was Dublin. If you don't mind sharing with us what made you create this song and how did it come about?
Okay, so I'm gonna. This is one of the tracks that I did with Adi Khayat, and he's just an amazing producer. There's going to be 2 songs on the album that were done by him, and basically I came to him and I was like, I want to do something that's like at least as cool as what's that song by Lindsay Sterling, Round Table Rising.
Yes.
That's the only song of hers that like I'm like, okay, this is like badass.
Yeah, I love that one.
Although no, she came out with one that was like a collaboration with a guitarist and a singer like a couple of months ago that I was like, okay, this blows it all out of the water.
Yeah.
But this one and he's like, okay, like what? And I started playing this, like Irish thing that just came out of my mind.
Yep.
And we just kind of dived off of each other until, and then we're like, okay, basically the whole thing happened it was totally like a collaboration of minds, which is like amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, so like we just felt like, okay, what are we gonna do now? Okay, let's do this. Like let's move into this. Now let's move into this. And actually, in general, he takes a lot of the work he does, and I fought with him a little bit, and I was like, okay, no, I want to do this now, and I'll tell you, it's very hard to find people that you want to work with that are like, hey, this is what I want to make, and this is how I want to make it, and don't tell me that that's not what I want to make, because that's what I want to make. And it's very hard to find people that are like, okay, let's go exactly with let's try to figure out your vision, because, they're professional and they know what they're doing. Adi is amazing.
Absolutely.
But everything that I've done with him, he's had a lot of input into the writing.
That's fantastic. I feel like that's kind of similar process I go through with my producer as well. He's a very open-minded guy. Jacob's amazing. So it's very similar to what you're saying. It's a collaboration. It's basically you do something that you're best at, and then he just boosts it to the whole next level. That it sounds mind-blowing, right? Well, I'm so glad.
I think that for so many people who love to listen to music, they'll say something like, hey, you're a violinist, but where's your original music? And I can play my original music just myself, with just my violin, but the minute that you have a production behind it, the minute you have music behind it, they add, all the different things that go into the programming. I mean, there's really, between working by yourself and working with a producer, it's like the sky and the earth.
Yes,
totally
I absolutely agree.
I have, I'm so grateful.
Amazing.
I'm so grateful that I've met some really, really awesome producers.
Yes, that's fantastic how you keep pursuing your passion and the right people just come in because they notice it, right? So your vibe attracts your tribe. For sure. All right.
That's a great sentence.
Why don't we guys hear one more, okay? And Ariella is also a singer, so we're gonna hear a little bit of vocals on this one, okay? So this is Feel It Radio.
There's gonna be a change in the world, and I'm sure that you can feel it. There's gonna be a change in the world that you can see. There's gonna be a change in the world, and I'm sure that you can feel it. Gonna be a change in the world that starts with me. Feel it in my heart. Feel it in my heart. Feel it in my bones. There's
So you're singing on this one
Thank
too.
you.
These are your vocals.
I'm singing
Amazing. It sounds so like transcendental. It's like I can't almost believe it that it's a person singing. It's so ethereal.
Oh, that's so awesome. So I'll tell you that one.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of experiments that I've done on this whole process and this whole journey, and like deciding like what I am and who I am as a musician and as an artist for sure. And so this came out at a certain point last year. And it's actually that one is already a single that came out in January.
Nice.
So it's on Spotify, and but it was like, okay, where do I stand? What am I? Am I a violinist? Am I a singer? And what kind of music do I love? And I love so much that it's really, really hard to like tie me down.
Yes, I can relate to that.
So it's really hard. It's really hard to figure out like what exactly is the direction and what exactly is the music that you want to create and how you want to create it. So that one just kind of came. I don't know, like that. It just came out of it. And I was like, okay, I want to record this. I write songs with words all the time, but I don't know. I decided that I'm a trained violinist. I'm not a trained singer. So I decided that I wanted to make the album mostly violin because of that. Because it's a much more natural voice for me. Like coming up with words is not as natural as like coming up with melodies.
That's true, yeah. Wow. Well, I can't believe how much I can relate to that. Yes, I have a lot of songs that are written for vocalists, but I feel like my vocal ability is not quite there. I do some backup vocals on my also instrumental tracks, but I only do them mostly like to create the atmosphere. And again, because violin feels so natural, it feels like it's my true voice. So I think that's something too. It's very important to talk about how for young artists, how important it is to find your voice as opposed to trying to sort of please the audience and do what you think should be best. So it's a long journey, I know. That's so fantastic.
Yeah. I think it's so important for young artists also to try to let go of your preconceived notions of what it is that you have to be and who it is that you have to be. A story that I tell people a lot is that when I first kind of started my online journey, there was a violinist who was an excellent violinist, and they posted a cover of something online, and I remember as a classical violinist looking at this person who's a really good classical violinist, and being like, he's playing a cover, he could do better. And I posted that on as a reaction to one of the things that he posted online, and I didn't know him personally, but he ended up taking it down, removing it because of that comment that I had made. And over time, I've come to just realize how disgusting the classical music world is towards people who are doing creative things.
That's true.
And how we really just need to be open, because creativity allows for so many different kinds of voices, and there's a reason that there's not so many solo violinists out there who are creating who are very good, because there's that mentality of that stuck mentality of like, well, I can't create, I'm too good to create. I'm too good of a violinist to make my own music, and it's terrible. It's really, really awful, and I want to change that. And it's part of the whole reason that I feel like I need to make an album, because I need people to I need other people to believe in their own creativity.
Absolutely.
And it's part of why I created it's part of why I created the hashtag, the Rock On Mama hashtag.
Yes.
It's not just for the Rock On Mama hashtag has to do with mothers,
but it's for everyone.
Okay, you can be a mom and you can still be a professional and be really good at what you do, and you don't need to give up your dream, and kids become a part of your dream. They make everything richer and and better, but and I mean, it's obviously more of a juggle and more, you know, you have to be more focused. But like, and I mean, it's with, you know, it's with the classical music, and also as a teacher, it's the same thing. It's the like, I love teaching adult students. I only take adult students.
Amazing.
A lot of adult beginners, actually. I mean, time, it happens to be time-wise. Like, I can take adult students weekends, and whereas kids they're busier on the weekend. And just there's that, like, yeah, you know, you can be an adult and you can still be passionate. Yeah, you can always work towards a dream, and you can always work towards your dreams.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. So I do have quite a few adult students, and one of them recently played a student recital with us. So I don't see how any age is a limit to achieving what you really believe in, what you really want to do. So absolutely, I totally agree with that. So it's never too late. It's never too late to start doing what you love, whether you're a kid or an adult or a young adult.
and it's never too late to try also. You know, there's so many things out there that you've never tried. And it's also, you know, you get this kind of I know a lot of people who are my age, I'm 31, and they're already feeling tired. They're already feeling like, okay, when's this gonna be over? And there's so many interesting things in the world that we can learn, that we can expand our horizons, that we can see, and we need to search for those things in order to stay inspired and in order to really stay alive, because there's so many people stop learning the minute that they start working.
Right, because they think that they don't have time, or that's not what they should be doing at this age. I'm 30. I'm about to be 32 as well, so high five. Yeah, I totally hear you, and it feels like this past 2 years have been the most transformational as in my adult life. So I'm a learner, I know for sure. So whatever I find something interesting in my life, I start learning. Like podcasting too. This is my first time doing podcasts this month. Right. And I've already connected with amazing people like you that I never thought I would even meet, right? So it has taught me more than probably just gigging and teaching and doing things that I'm doing specifically towards my work. So it just opens your horizons and makes life more interesting. And if you're learning every step of the way, you meet a new challenge, you're learning, then you never really grow old, because you're just at the next level of studies, right? You're just growing. Yeah. So I totally agree with that. So, okay. Oh, are all of your songs recorded on Mark Wood's violin, or is there a secret to it? Yes.
Okay, so none of the songs on the album are recorded with the Viper.
Okay. Same here. High five. High five.
I love the Viper. I love it. But my sound is a much more classical sound.
Yes.
And I bought the Viper because I play a lot of events, and the comfort is great, and it works really well. You know, the crowd loves it. And it looks good, and it sounds good for an electric violin.
Yes.
But the whole album is recorded on my acoustic classical violin, because that's really my sound.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's good. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I mean that's the sound that I've worked on and that I've developed over the years. I started using the Viper, and I got some great promo shots with the Viper, and so I've been using them. Yes. But the actual album is all classical violin, and it's really straight, what's called classical crossover music.
Yes.
It's really not. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a great, it's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But it's not rock. I'm not using distortion. I'm not playing violin.
Yeah.
And also I record it always in wooden studios, so that the reverberation sounds as good as possible.
Yes. I love that. To me, it makes me think David Garrett for sure, because he's a classical violinist who performs on his acoustic violin, and he plays rock and metal and pop and whatever. But yeah, it sounds so crisp because it's a classical violin. So I absolutely support that idea.
The electric and the acoustic they're two totally different. They're two totally different things. And what I've noticed is that in general, so as somebody who the primary weight of the work that I'm doing is at gigs and events and shows, people seem to listen with their eyes.
Yes.
People,
90% of the time, yeah.
Right. So they listen with their eyes, and like they see, okay, she's got this really cool violin, and we want that one. We want the girl. We want the. I mean, as it is, I'm a little crazy, and I jump around and I have a really good time.
And we love that.
Like, we want that. Yeah. We want the crazy one with the crazy violin.
Yes.
It matches my vibe, the look.
Absolutely.
But that's also. I like to put a line in between Ariella the entertainer and Ariella the professional classical crossover violinist.
Yes.
Because I consider those to be two totally different sides of me. And to be very honest, is that's the reason that I'm coming out with this album, is because I really like to do in concert using the music that I'm creating and other classical crossover type of music.
Yes.
Covers, but that are not like just the violin with the playback, the backing tracks, but like that are, covers that are more orchestral and they're using more live, warm sound. And I'm hoping that I can move my way towards that, because right now I just, I don't have the budget for it. So,
Yay.
Whatever, what can I do? So there's definitely places for this one and places for that one. When hopefully I have my own concerts using my own music, then I'll be using the acoustic, and I'll probably pull the Viper out, for a couple of songs that'll be more electric, but that'll be the main line of the music.
That sounds like fun. We'd love to have you here in Canada, Toronto. Come do a concert here. Maybe we'll collab. That'd be great.
Oh, you know what? Just 1 second. I might be in Toronto in December.
December? That's so perfect. That's when we plan to do our concerts. I have to find the WhatsApp. If I can't find it in 10 seconds, then I'll stop looking. Here we go. I'm going to be in, I'm going to be in Charleston, New Orleans, and Cherry Hill. No worries.
In, Hartford, Ottawa, and Buffalo.
Nice. That's pretty close. Like, if you can drive out in there. Yeah. Cool. Well, amazing. I can't wait for the album. You guys, go ahead and support Ariella's campaign. Watch her promo on YouTube. It's Ariella Zeitlin first album. Find it on Indiegogo. I just supported it. So you can also find Ariella and find out more about her album and her music on YouTube, on her Facebook, Violin Like That, her website, www.violinlikethat.com. You can also watch her promos on YouTube about the album. We all can't wait to see your album come to life, because it is so live, it is inspiring, it is energetic, it is absolutely true to who you are. So something that I also struggle with, finding your voice and finding the right balance, right, between things that you say classical training. I'm also classically trained, so I grew up on classical music, and when I did my master's, kind of same story. I turned towards other stuff, right? So, and it's really hard to find that balance between, as you say, the creator, the composer side of you, and the entertainer, performer, what you do for gigs and shows and stuff like that, right? Which is why I absolutely feel like this is the number one project. You have to do it. You have to put together what's best of you, what you really want the world to see, and make that statement to who you are, right, as an artist altogether. Yeah. Absolutely.
So important for you and for us, is because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what you're giving to the world. You can have a gig, you can have everybody can play the songs that they're playing at the gigs. You know, all these, you know, pop songs, whatever. Almost any violinist can play that. Even, you know, people who are playing a year, you know, they can play it. They might not be able to improvise, but they can play the song. Yeah. And but you know, really, creating your own music is so important. It's so important because it really puts a stamp on who you are. It really defines you.
Yes. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah. Speaking of new music, why don't we listen to one more song?
All right.
Yes, so this is Teal. You guys ready? Let's go.
All right.
Amazing. Awesome. That one definitely makes me think a huge symphonic, like, or orchestral arrangement.
Right, exactly.
Like an orchestra behind you, you play in your huge dress and, hair is just on the wind. And
well, just, since there's so much wind in, like, every concert hall.
Yeah. We should do one of those, like, outdoorsy things, right? That would be, like, really a picture.
That would be so epic.
Love that. So when would you say, after you realized that classical world was not enough for you to express yourself, how did you create your first crossover piece? When did you notice that need?
Okay, so about 2 years ago, right? So we had this, like, crazy fire in our house.
Oh.
And it left, and it was terrible. It was like, it destroyed everything. It was awful. the worst time in my life.
That's too bad.
And I kind of suddenly had this burning need to make something new, to like put my stamp on the universe. Like I didn't die, and so because I didn't die, like I need to make something that proves that I was here and kind of said something about who I am and kind of puts that stamp on the world. And I was very angry. I was very angry at the universe. On the one hand, I was, grateful to be alive. On the other hand, I was like, I had all this intense, crazy emotions. And I kind of looked at the months coming up. It was in August, and then I'm talking about like September, that it started kind of burning for me to write something. And I kind of looked ahead at Hanukkah, which is like, it's at the same time as Christmas.
Yeah.
And how Hanukkah is a very, very intense, it's a very intense holiday for people in our religion, because, it was, people were being persecuted and they weren't allowed to, they weren't allowed to practice freely, and the Greeks were killing them, and they weren't allowing them to anything. And how it's become so Americanized,
every holiday,
and you have it next to Christmas, and it's become all this like fluff, and also the things that the music that people are coming out with at Hanukkah time is not the same as Christmas music, even not as good.
It's jingles, jingles.
It's just like Jews like singing covers of songs, and then they change the words a little bit. Anyways, and I had this sudden like kind of anger at Hanukkah. I was like, I need that flipping light in the dark. I was so angry and so upset and so broken from the fire.
Yeah.
And that's incandescence. So that's online. That's been out 2 years. That's incandescence. That came out at Hanukkah 2 years ago.
Wow,
and 2.5 years ago already.
Amazing.
And it was just this need to make a screenplay about this story, about this intense story about somebody who is being persecuted for like the thing that they love and the person that they are, and I mean it was really intense. It was really intense.
I can imagine.
It was kind of therapeutic for me, because the music that I'm making now is much less dark.
Yes.
If that one, people, until now, people watch it and they're like, wow, that was art, that was intense, that was, that took me on a trip,
Yeah, well, it had to be.
I'm making now is much less intense. I mean, anger. No, I wouldn't say it's less intense, I would say it's less angry. It's less angry.
That makes perfect sense.
And I've come to this point that I really want to be able to give people joy through my music. So you just I mean all the different things that you hear on the album, it's kind of been a journey of the past 2 years of like how I had this intense anger and how I kind of moved into this place where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to give people happiness. So like yeah, and so now I feel like it's ready. It's like something to give the world. And I it's so hard, you put out an album, it's so hard to, you have to promote it, and it's so hard to make it happen that, it's
That's
really
true.
Daunting.
It's a process.
And, it's part of why so few people are making albums, to be honest, is that it's just so hard. It's so hard to produce an album and to come out with music and to get it out to the world that it's like a really, really daunting, situation. So
yes, absolutely. I agree.
Right now we're about $3,500.
Woohoo! Congrats! Doing amazing. So go ahead, guys, support the album.
And please pre-order. Please come in and there's all kinds of perks.
The links are right below us.
I just decided that the next perk is going to be really fun. You want to hear what it is? Well, I'm going to add one tonight.
Wow, we're going to hear the secret perk.
The secret perk. I'm going to go to Jerusalem, and I'm going to have people you can buy the perk for, I think it's going to be $15, and you get to choose a song and choose a place in Jerusalem that you want me to play it.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna go all around Jerusalem, and and you can tell me what to do. You want me to come and you want me to the cafe and play for like a stranger. You want me to go into the Arab shuk and like play, Aladdin, and Aladdin's lamp.
It's kind of like Pokemon Go.
Right, exactly. So officially, I'm going to announce that tomorrow.
Amazing.
But I just thought that would be so fun to be a part of. And then, of course, if you get that perk, then your name will be there along with the request. So we'll make a whole vlog about it. It's going to be so fun. So if you're listening to this and you haven't gotten the album yet, and you're not sure if you want to get the album, but you would like to be involved in a really fun project in Jerusalem,
go ahead, guys. This is your chance.
It's your chance. This is your chance to get the vault.
Wow.
It's going to be so much fun. Oh my gosh.
That is going to be fun. Well, thank you so much, Ariella, for sharing everything with us. Thank you for coming to talk about your amazing music. Well, but we're not done yet.
Okay.
So we're going to play a little game now. You're going to be the third person in the world who's ever played this game with us. So what I'm going to do next, we're going to speed things up a little. So I'm going to ask you 10 questions in just 1 minute. So the game is called Boo or Woohoo. So if you manage to answer all 10 questions within a minute, we're gonna go boo. No, woo, woohoo. If you don't, we're gonna do boo. But basically, the point of the game is to not make you think too hard about what questions I'm asking, and just answer the first thing that comes to your mind. They could be serious questions, they could be just random questions, they could be funny questions. So basically, just go ahead and answer the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? Okay. Right. So, do you think you're ready?
Do it.
We do have a nice little countdown track here. Okay, let's see. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Which events do you like to play more, indoors or outdoors?
Oh no, I can't hear you. Say it again.
Okay, never mind. I'll stop the countdown. Okay, I'll stop the countdown. We begin now. So, which events do you like to play more, indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
All right. At which age did you pick the violin?
7.
All right. What are the names of your kids?
Eliora and Yachiel.
Nice. Okay, violin. Acoustic.
Hesitating.
Acoustic or electric?
Acoustic or electric? Acoustic.
All right. What motivates you?
My fans.
Nice. Which YouTuber you just can't stop watching?
I don't have one. But I like. I like that girl who does the oh shoot, what I don't know what her name is even. Whatever.
That's okay. That's okay. No worries. Okay. Your favorite songs to cover? Name 3.
The ones that I have. Okay. Game of Thrones, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Gladiator.
Woohoo! Now name 3 people you admire.
Adam DeGraff, Alex Depew, and Ray Chen.
Awesome. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Name 3 violinists that you follow on Instagram.
Oh man, so I just named them. So, Two-set violin, Vera Bermenko, and Bridget Fiddle.
All right, we made it. All right, thank you so much. I had to turn off the countdown because it was conflicting with Skype. But no worries, that's fine. We made it. So because you made it, we're very, very happy. And we're gonna get you your cheers. Woohoo! Okay, woo, that's a bit long, so we're gonna stop it. Okay,
I can't hear you. One more time?
That was just a cheers and applause. Okay, so today, guys, we've heard Ariella Zeitlin. We've heard her amazing music. we've heard 3 songs from her new upcoming album that is now on Indiegogo as a campaign to raise funds to help her produce all of it, the shows, the tracks, everything. So go ahead, find Ariella Zeitlin first album on Indiegogo. Follow Ariella on YouTube, Ariella Zeitlin on her YouTube channel. The link is right below us. Facebook, it's Violin Like That, Facebook/Violin Like That. Website is violinlikethat.com. And watch her campaign promo on her website, watch her campaign promo on YouTube. We really can't wait to have everyone come together and get this music happening, right? Instagram, Violin Like That. It's Violin Like That. That's how we connected originally, so it's a great tool to find. It's a great way to find her and message her and just say hi and just be like, hey, great music, right?
Yeah, great to meet you.
So amazing. But before, yes, you too. Before we go though, I would like to have you tell us a little bit more about what is the one thing you would give to a young artist as a piece of advice for trying to find their voice in the modern industry or just trying to make their way for their music?
Listen to everything that you can possibly listen to. Everybody has a culture of music, and if your culture of music is that you listen to pop music, or that people around you listen to country or bluegrass or Mediterranean music or whatever it is, try to improvise in the style of the people that are around you. Like, even if you're learning classical music, even if you're like really, really serious as a classical musician, take a couple of minutes a week to just kind of listen to people improvising and trying to improvise yourself, because I see that that's just something that's so not developed by us in our, the way that we're taught. And it's something that, because I grew up jamming with my family, it's something that I really have a step above most of the people that I know, because I'm able to do that, and other people aren't. So it's just like really important.
Absolutely, totally agree. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for making the time to come see us today. Now you can relax, get some sleep. And so guys, go ahead, find Ariella on Indiegogo. Ariella Zeitlin, first album. Go ahead, support the project. It's an amazing album. And we really can't wait to maybe see you again in a couple months, right? You can give us an update on how your album is going, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, all right.
Have a great day. That's all, folks. If you like Iron Fiddle songs, download them at virabermenke.com/music. See you next time.